Abiodun is the special advisor to Honorable Chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council on ICT, civil societies, and donor agencies. She is a Mandela Washington Fellow, also a Fellow of Cardiff International Institute, Canada, a public health consultant and a researcher. She is the president and founder of African Young Female Advisors Initiative, an initiative she started with other young female advisors across Africa to build the capacity of young females who are appointed in advisory roles to decision makers across all levels of government in Africa. She is a passionate community leader with 7 years of experience in project management, community development, and leadership. She is involved in identifying development gaps in society and ways of bridging the gaps. Abiodun holds a Bachelor of Nursing Science degree, registered nurse, registered midwife, and registered public health nursing certificates and masters in public health. She also holds a diploma degree in development leadership and certificate in community development leadership by Women, Conflict and Peace Building. She is currently the National Director for Women, Gender and Development Affairs of African Youth for Development Commission. She is the head of state for Nigeria in Model ECOWAS Summit 2018 Accra, Ghana. She is a board member and health consultant for Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative and a volunteer for Baobab for Women Human Rights. Abiodun is actively engaged in public service, volunteerism, and mentoring. She started 35% Inclusion Movement, a grassroots movement aimed at reaching 35% inclusion of women in decision-making positions towards 2019 Nigerian general election.
Abiodun the special advisor to the Executive Chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council on ICT, civil society matters, and donor agency. I got into this office as a political appointment based on my political experience and my political ambition. Before I came into this office, I contested for the position of councillor in one of the wards within the Abuja Municipal Area Council. Although I couldn't get the party tickets, but I was able to join the party in winning the general elections within the municipal. I'm also the president of African Young Female Special Advisors Initiative. This is an initiative I created when we came into office 2019 to inspire other young women who are also serving as advisory role as an envoy to decision makers across Africa from all levels of governance. So this has been an initiative that we're passionate about, created by female advisors across Africa and also run by female advisors themselves. So I'm also a fellow of Cody International Institute, an institute created to develop young leaders across the globe on inspirations that affect, on innovations that affect the community development. And 2021 I'll also be a Mandela Washington Fellow alumni. As a leader, and as a young female leader, you face a whole lot of challenges on your day-to-day activities. As a public servant, you face a whole lot of challenges. As a political head, you face a lot of challenges. One of the main challenges we face is the undermine the potentials you have as a leader. They see you as a young woman, they tend to say, oh, with this young woman, will I be taking orders from this young woman? So they undermine your potentials. But when they see that you have what it takes to take that leadership role, then they try to work with you and understand you better and see how you can deliver. And also, so many attacks against women who are leaders. Personally, as a woman, as women leaders, we try to have it all as a leadership position because we want to make a difference, but at the cost of our own well-being, at a cost to so many other things, because we are trying to deliver and other things around us are also suffering for the same thing. So it's really challenging operating in leadership position if you don't understand what you are in for, and also the fact that you have to work with other people who are much older than you in public service has been challenging. because when you have an appointment like this, you work with people from level 15 and level 17 who are like your uncles, and working with them and seeing you, it's challenging to them, because they felt, okay, will I take orders from her, or how will I work with a young woman like this? So as a leader, the patriarchal system also within the leadership platforms in local governance and other levels of government has also been a challenge, in the sense that we have more men around you, more men that you have trying to talk to. And once they see a female figure trying to achieve a goal, they tend to see that she's too vocal, she's too rude. They'll be calling you names that is not meant for you, just because you want to maintain your space of leadership, or just because you want to show that, okay, I'm here to serve and let me do my job. So there are a whole lot of things attached to it, and it's a sin for a woman who is in leadership to be too bold, which I think it's not. So I understand that my leadership style may be different, and also understanding how I work, it's also one major thing I have learned. And one major thing I've also learned is about using emotional intelligence to deal with people, understanding people in their own ways, and using that to help in delivering the job that you are meant to do. So understanding people's intelligence, understanding people's nature, and learning from them as a leader is one major thing that you need to, that I've learned, because it has really helped me in my work. Because if I didn't understand the people I was working with, especially some of them who are civil servants, it wouldn't really help me to deliver my mandate. And because as a political appointee, you have a limited time, so you have to work with people around you to help to deliver the agenda of the executive chairman. So learning from people, understanding them, and using my emotional intelligence skills to work with people around me has helped with my team spirit, and also understanding the group dynamics within my workspace, understanding how people act, understanding the temperament of people, and how you can maximize that has really helped my leadership ability. Also, getting support system within my affairs of life, helping with my family and other areas of life that needs my attention, has also helped me to be successful in my leadership capacity as a parental advisor, because the support system has helped to take care of some of the needs that I'm supposed to do, family-wise, children-wise, and other areas of life that needs my attention, to help me focus on what I'm doing in government and also in politics, has helped my leadership. I feel inspired, I feel opportunity to be in this position, because a lot of younger women have tried to be in this position and they were not successful at it. So I feel proud to be here, and also not just proud to be here, and also proud to be doing a lot with my office and seeing how I could inspire other younger women to achieve the same goal. I feel motivated to do more, understanding the needs and the challenges of young women within governance or politics, and seeing how I can use my position to address some of those things. So I take my privilege in public leadership as an opportunity for me to change the narrative on what women need, and that was what led to the creation of our African Young Female Advisors Initiative. So this initiative was created for people to understand the entry point for young women in governance. So we realized that a lot of young women tried to enter into politics 2019 through joining new political parties, but they were not successful because the two major parties in Nigeria, PDP and APC, won most of the elections, and all the younger new political parties that are women joined forcefully and in mass were not successful in getting them elected. So some of these young women have gotten into governance through public service, through appointed position at different levels of governance, and this has created an entry point for younger women to understand what governance is all about, and to see how to maximize their leadership position to bring about the best in women's development issues. So occupying a political appointment like my other colleagues has given them opportunity to also achieve some of their mandate in political sphere. So right now, sitting in this office, I'm a political head for my party APC in my ward, which is Orozo ward. Same as other younger women who are serving as special advisors or assistants to governors or to presidency. So one of my colleagues in our initiative also reached out to me and said, okay, we had a congress. I had the opportunity of selecting the people who are members of our party in the congress, and that's the same privilege I also have. A lot of political parties are starting their congress, especially APC, and we, the special advisors, have the political opportunity, have the political privilege to elect people who become party members, and also have that privilege to negotiate and advocate to political heads to consider more women into party position, because we believe that, you know, until we have more women in political position, until we have more women in key position in politics, then we are taking the right step in the right direction in closing the gender gap. So my office has helped me to be able to be an advocate for women's inclusion in politics. So I'm trying my best to use the opportunity to bring in more women in my ward to be part of the party ESCO. Right now, currently, the only position you have for women are the position of women leader and assistant woman leader. So when we see more women advocating for other spaces for women to come in political party, it helps in whatever we need to do. It helps in bridging the gap, in bridging the gap in the inclusion of women in political party sphere. So special advisor position has been an entry point for us. So it's more about using our privileged position to see how we can change the narrative and political inclusion. Some of our colleagues were trained on gender budgeting, which helped us in seeing how we can close the gender gap in budgeting, seeing how we can advise our principals to put money where they need more development, to put money where to address the needs of both gender, both men, women, boys and girls. So putting money in issues around health will address the needs of a woman. So we have educated most of our members who are special advisors to use that opportunity and privilege to see how they can advocate for gender inclusion, so that empowerment projects are focused in the right direction. I would like to contest for Abuja. The election for us in the local council is 2022, where the local council will choose their head. So come 2023, with the opportunity, we'll see how we can also join the party and see if we'll be able to run for office 2023. The slot is very limited for Abuja because you have only one slot for legislative within Abuja, Amak and Buhari, then another one for other area council, and we only have one senator in FCT. So it's very competitive for you to go into other bigger elections in FCT. So we are hoping that 2022, if we'll be able to negotiate our way out and advocate for more women, at least we'll see more women coming into power as an appointed position within the local council. The INEC for Abuja FCT released the candidates for FCT election for 2022, and we have less than 5% of women represented. And these women that are even represented are even within other political parties that are not strong within FCT. So we see APGA bringing in more women to fill, and we also see YPP bringing in more women to fill. So from the 6 area council and from the 2 major political parties in FCT, both APC and the PDP, we have not seen any woman that has gotten the ticket to vie for the position of chairmanship or the vie position of councillor. Currently, we have only 1 female councillor in FCT out of 62 councillors across FCT. And currently, with the statistics we are getting from INEC on the number of people that have been given the ticket from the major political party, there is no woman that has been given the ticket for councillor across FCT. So it's really a devastating experience for us, and with this statistic, it will show that by the time the next administration for the next 3 years, there won't be female representative elected in FCT who will be on top of any game in FCT. So it's really, really sad for us that the major political parties are not filling in women as they're supposed to. It has been one of the major issues that we're trying to address in the electoral bill. to see how people who have been a settler in a location for more than 15 years will be given the opportunity to contest for election. So my own position as a non-indigenous FCT has been challenging, because the indigenous people see themselves as the main person or the main group of people that should be considered for political activities in FCT, because they feel they've been marginalized and their state is not considered as a state, it's a federal capital territory, and they are still suffering from some basic amenities, and they feel it's their main role or their main priority to occupy political leadership in FCT. Understanding the fact that we are non-Indian, they feel, okay, if you want to run for election, why not go back to your state? But when you now come in with the idea of you have been here for so long, you can also have the initiative to bring about development. They will say, okay, no, you can't say that we have been here, we have been marginalized, and the slots are limited. Like I said, in Abuja, we have only 2 House of Representatives and only 1 senator. And when they see a non-Indian trying to contest for those positions, it becomes a major issue to them. But when you have leaders among them who are liberal in thinking, like my chairman, the Honorable Chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, who thinks that Abuja is meant for everybody and they should be considered in governance, then your issues about indigenship will be solved, because you have a right man who is thinking in that direction. Councillorship position, I was the only non-indigenous that contested for that, and they felt my ward, Orozo ward, is still mainly for the indigenous compared to Wuse ward, where you have more non-indigenous, and you have more non-indigenous filling the councillorship position in Wuse ward or Gwarimpa ward, other than the other wards that are still within the suburb in FCT. So for the, I contested against 5 other men that are indigenous, and that has been a major challenge. People still referring you to as non-indigenous, telling you that you don't have the ability. But it's also about coming down to their level. So I started my NGO work in this community, helping people, helping the widows, helping the less privileged people, and that has given me a hedge above all my, all the other aspirants that contested, because they saw me closer to them. And I think that's what the privilege the NGO work gives to you. It takes you closer to people, and it gives you the opportunity to address their needs. So, and that was the entry point for me. I told them I've helped your people, I've given them free medication, I've given them free opportunities for them to access so many privileges. So why not consider me to do more? And I did this by liaising with the necessary stakeholders in the communities. So each community has village head, they have district head, they have chiefs that govern them. So whatever you're doing as a young woman, relate to these people, because these are gatekeepers. They are the stakeholders that need to understand what you're doing. And in politics, you need to learn how to maximize your potential, how to work with necessary stakeholders. Politics is grassroots. If they don't know you, where you're coming from, so what's the whole essence of saying you want to run for office? So people like that are the main people I go into, I discuss with before I do any project. And even up to now that I'm in office, I still liaise with them, I consult them. They can ask me, okay, in your office, can you bring 5 people? I still go back to these people and say, okay, Akim, please, can you give me 2 people from your community, from your tribe? We have this opportunity that the government has asked us to fill in people for. So it's about building my relationship with that. And over the years, I've done that successfully well. And one of a testimony that I have in that regard is a project that we're doing, a Spotlight Initiative project. I was able to create a safe space center in my community called Kurudu Community, because one of the Akimins I've been working with my NGO saw what I was doing and said, okay, we need a land for this project. I'm going to give you a place in my palace for you to build the safe space center. And that was how we constructed the safe space center in Kurudu, where young women who are vulnerable, who have had challenges on GBV, can come and relate their fears and challenges, and also see how they can address some of their issues. And my achievements being in this office, I came into office 2019 and as a special advisor on ICT and donor agency. One of the first initiatives I did was to see how we can bring in technology to address some of these systems. And one of the things I did was understanding the system of government and seeing how we can use technology to address those systems. First was to see how we could renovate and set up the ICT system, ICT office within the secretariat. So we had to refurbish the center because a lot of people were typing official letter outside in a business center, which I felt wasn't okay. So I decided to re-establish the ICT center, where we brought in more computers, printers, and other necessary equipment for people to be able to do the administrative work within the council in a safe and more reliable way. And that was my first initiative. And before that, we also sought to train some of our staffs, because some of the staffs who were posted to the ICT unit didn't have any skill on ICT at all. So felt we can't establish a place like this and put people who don't have the necessary skill. So with the help of CITAD and with the help of Action Hill International, we were able to train some of our staffs on ICT skills to be able to maintain and use the computers that we have bought for the ICT office. That's on the side. So getting to office 2019, and this is 2021, I've been able to register AMAC as a municipal to World Smart City Organization. This is an organization, non-profit in Korea, with head office in Korea, with over 200 cities that are signed into it. The World Smart City Organization is an organization that seeks to develop local government to take innovative steps of promoting e-governance and smart city solutions within their localities. So we registered AMAC as member of WEGO Africa, and with our registration as member of WEGO, the WEGO Korea was able to appoint Abuja Municipal as the regional office for Africa for WEGO through our membership and through our commitment to the platform. So right now, as I'm occupying the special advisor position, I'm also the African Regional Director for World Smart City Organization in Africa. So that has been an office that I created based on our commitment to ICT and Innovation Center. So for the next 5 years, even after leaving this office by 2022, after the end of this administration, I will still be in the office as the Regional Director for WEGO Smart City, because Abuja was given the opportunity to be in that platform. Also, in the terms of creating more space for civil society, I'll be able to register the Abuja Municipal Area Council as member of Open Governance Partnership, which is a global platform that seeks to promote transparency and accountability. It's a joint platform created by members of civil society and also members of the government to see how they can come together to address corruption issue and transparency issues. So Abuja Municipal Area Council was signed in based on my efforts, and we are the first local government in Nigeria to be part of OGP Local, which is an international platform with the head office in New York City. So and that's what one of the major achievements that we'll be able to get within this period of time. And also, during our tenure, we're able to also do so many research in terms of data gathering, in seeing how we can enumerate the number of businesses within Abuja Municipal Area Council. And with that, we were able to document and save the businesses, their location, the types of businesses that AMAC has in a secured cloud environment, whereby we can use that to really innovate the way we engage with people, public servants, or the private sector that we're engaging, to help with taxation, to helping in developing some business areas. So we have right now on our database over 33,000 businesses in Abuja Municipal Area Council, where we have the links to the address, and we could reach out to them any moment, anytime, and see how we can get necessary information to them. Also coming to the office, we're able to refurbish the website of Abuja Municipal Area Council, bringing in more website, bringing in more social media handles. And for HAMAC, we now have official email that people can reach us with, and also official social media handles that we can give feedback within 24 hours. And that's what some of the things that we have established during my tenure in the office, just to mention a few. Me, I seek support system in anything I do. I've invested so much in things, in support system, both in equipment times and or also in human resources, to see how they can help me balance my other spheres of life that needs my attention, which I think women need to invest a whole lot. I invest so much in support system and machineries that could help me maximize my leadership potential, because I feel as a leader, as a women leader, or as a feminist, I want to be the best in the leadership position I have. Okay, I think I have a whole lot of narrative about Nigeria Women Trust Fund. I call myself a woman leader of Nigeria Women Trust Fund because Nigeria Women Trust Fund trained me to be a woman leader in my community, trained me on how to engage politically, and also gave me a mentor who has been a mentor for my life, who has been a mentor for life. That's Dr. Koli Shetima, the director of Makato Foundation. And since I joined the Women Leadership Program of Nigeria Women Trust Fund, he has been my mentor since that time and up to now. I still seek for his advice on everything I need to do. So Nigeria Women Trust Fund, I can't talk about my success in this office without referring to Nigeria Women Trust Fund, because they played a critical role in helping me to identify my leadership potentials, and also they also prepared me for the future I am occupying, for the future, and seeing how they could help boost my leadership potential, and also connected me to the network that could help me maintain my leadership position, in terms of getting a mentor that could inspire you and also guide you through your decision-making process. So I would like to say a big thank you to Nigeria Women's Trust Fund for their leadership program for younger women, and also to keep doing this so that we keep inspiring other women, and also to show my availability to be a mentor in future programs that they have, to see how we can mentor younger women to aspire and maintain their leadership position. I want to say thank you to you once again, and thanks to your founders and also your supporters for their support for Nigeria Women's Trust Fund, and keep supporting Nigeria Women's Trust Fund to keep a woman in leadership. Thank you.